The question is A. What are trophic levels in a food chain? B. Explain the flow of energy through food chain. C. Write a 4 trophic level food chain and represent it in the form of an ecological pyramid. The answer for this question is the first part, that is what are trophic levels in a food chain. So each step in a food chain is referred to as a trophic level. Here we have a simple food chain which states grass is eaten by insect, insect is eaten by frog, and frog is eaten by snake. So the above food chain has 4 trophic level: grass as producer, insect as primary consumer, frog as secondary consumer, and snake as tertiary consumer. Let's move on to the next part and understand the flow of energy in the food chain. In an ecosystem, food chain represents a stepwise transfer of energy contained in the food. Various steps in the transfer of energy are as follows. First, green plants in terrestrial ecosystem capture about 1% of energy of sunlight that falls on their leaves and transform it into the food energy by the process of photosynthesis. When these plants are eaten by herbivores, that is primary consumer, chemical energy in the plant food is transferred to the primary consumer, and during this process a great amount of energy is lost as heat into the environment, and only 10% of the energy or 10% of the food eaten is made available for the next trophic level or for the next consumer. Since the amount of available energy goes on decreasing at each trophic level, food chain consists of 3 or 4 steps maximum, or it can have 5 trophic level at the most. Moving towards the third part, we have a 4 trophic level food chain which consists of producers, primary consumer, secondary consumer, and tertiary consumer. Producer in this case is plant, example grass. Primary consumers are herbivores, example rabbits. Secondary consumers are carnivores, example foxes. And tertiary consumer are top predators, example wolves. Here we have an image of ecological pyramid of energy which illustrates that energy keeps on decreasing as we move to the higher trophic level. The base is made up of producer is the widest, representing the most amount of energy, while the top or the tertiary consumer is the narrowest part, representing the least amount of energy.